Welcome to the Lowdown on Ridertown with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, 98.1 KHAK, 94.1 KRNA, and the Union Station. I want to thank the Union Station once again for having us each and every week. This show is every Tuesday, 5:30 to 6, but doors open at 5 o'clock. People stay after as well. You know, last week we had the big karaoke night. Guys really put on a show, not just the show itself, but then afterward, the costumes, the songs. We'll ask these guys if they had a favorite from last week, but big crowd for that one. You might notice that we're missing one person up on stage tonight, Coach Carlson. He's actually up in Minnesota on a scouting trip, so he'll be back next week. But this is an interesting time to just talk with the players without Coach around. You guys kind of got it easy this week. You don't have to look over your shoulders or anything, so that's good. So we have three guys up on stage tonight. We have Will Zamolek, Matt Denman, and Kyle Loft. And guys, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for coming out and joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Thanks.
Want to remind everyone that we have the box out back that you can register for an autographed jersey that we'll give away at the final show. You can register for that each and every week. So even if you've been here weeks before and you've signed up, you can drop your name again this week as well. Talked about the karaoke night, talked about the show before that. You can get both of those podcasts. They're actually up right now, both of the audio from that show and the show before that, Valentine's Eve, up at khak.com and our YouTube page. So check that out. You should probably look. I think the writers always share that all the time too, so that should be up there. Coach, I have to admit, emailed me last night and he said, hey, here's some insider information on these guys. There'll probably be more coming. Here's some more coming from the housing families too. And then he also told me, hey, Coop, do me a favor and don't wear a crazy blazer tomorrow night because I don't want to miss one. So I was like, all right, I'm going to tame it, keep it tame. So pretty tame blazer tonight. The final 4 weeks, we're going to go absolutely nuts. Coach gets a kick out of those each and every week. So we'll be rocking a crazy flamboyant one back again next week. So let's get right into it with the guys. We'll start with player bios. And Matt, I'll start on your end. Just let us know where you're from and how you wound up here with the Rough Riders.
So I'm from Prior Lake, Minnesota, and so I played a year in the Knoll for the Magicians, and then I played half the year with the Magicians, and then I got called up here. So I've been here since like mid-December. So yeah.
Will, how about you? How'd you get here to Cedar Rapids?
I got drafted here.
And where are you from?
I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. I played Rochester Century High School last year, and then after my high school season, I went and played for the Minnesota Wilderness, which is up in Cloquet in the North American Hockey League.
And then Kyle, where are you from, and how'd you get here to Cedar Rapids?
I'm from Mankato, Minnesota. I also played high school hockey in Minnesota last year. Played with the Austin Bruins after the high school season last season, and then got drafted to Dubuque. Went through training camp there and then got traded here this year. So,
all right, so with these guys, the theme for tonight, I went with two because I couldn't pick between them. I went with the Defensemen. It sounded like a comic book movie or something like the Avengers. And then the other one was the State of Hockey Night. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, we're gonna start bragging about that a little bit. Now, you guys are all from Minnesota. Did you guys know each other or compete against each other prior to winding up here with the Rough Riders? Anytime? Any paths crossed?
Yeah, I actually played with both of them. When I was younger, I played with Matt in the summer, probably a few years, and then Will the last couple of years. I played with him in the fall. So
guys, what's it like to compete against each other, play with each other, and then wind up on the same USHL team?
It's kind of cool. Just like me and Kyle played together when we were younger. I think we were like third graders, so we just kind of knew each other our whole life. So it's kind of cool to play when we're older together. So yeah.
Now, in regard to housing families, who you guys live with, and what's that been like? Matt, I'll start on your end.
I'm with the Andersons, Jim and Terry. And then, yeah, it's great. They've brought me in pretty nicely. It's my first time billeting, and I love it there, so yeah.
Will, how about you? Who do you live with? What's it like?
I live with Dave and Lori Shug, and it's been a blast so far.
And then Kyle?
Brian and Peg Ray and their two sons, Carter and Brady. They're awesome. They're always fun to be around, so they've welcomed me very nicely.
Now, in addition to thanking them for housing these players, they also provided, of course, week in and week out, the insider information on you guys. So we'll get to those questions in just a few minutes. Now, Matt, you already mentioned this, but you came in about mid-season with this team, then had a pretty hot start, had a pretty direct impact. I think 14 assists in the first 15 games. What's the transition like when you come in mid-season to a team, to guys who maybe already been playing for a couple months together, year, and then you have to drop in. What's that like?
I mean, yeah, it was a little transition. The USHL is obviously a better league, and you just gotta, I don't know, it's just hockey. You just gotta keep playing hard. And Coach Carlson brought me in pretty nicely, and all the guys are pretty nice, and we have a good team, so it was pretty easy. But yeah.
Now, Will, I'll start with you on this question, but both you and Kyle, I think, committed to the same college, right, for hockey?
Yep.
Bemidji State.
Yep.
What went into your decision to go there?
I really liked everything there. The campus was awesome, and then they have a really nice rink and on a beautiful lake, which kind of made it all for me.
Kyle, how about you? What went into your decision?
Along with that stuff, I like the academic side. I'm an outdoorsy guy, so I like it up there. It's an awesome campus, and the facilities are awesome, and the coaching staff is awesome. So,
now, Will, your last name is not unfamiliar with Rough Riders fans. Had an older brother play here the last 2 years, Reese, right?
Yep.
He was a captain last year. I just figured out, actually, learned last night that the player that coach is going up to scout is your younger brother, who he told me might be the best one of all of you. Do you agree with that or not?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, that was a bad shot from him. I thought maybe he thought he could get away with it since it was over email. But my main question, though, is what's the competition like growing up in that type of family? A lot of talented hockey players. What's it like to compete when you have two brothers who also play?
It's like always a battle between each other. We do everything 100%, so it's pretty fun, and we're a really close family, so it was fun having Reese around, and he's a great leader, so he's awesome.
Now, in addition to that, a lot of people probably know your dad's name as well. Played in the NHL for multiple seasons, multiple teams, San Jose Sharks, Dallas Stars, Kings, Blackhawks. What kind of influence did he have on your playing hockey, you're getting involved?
Obviously, he had a lot to do. He taught me how to skate and do all the fundamentals and stuff like that. So, I mean, he was always awesome to have him there and teach me the hockey ways and all that stuff.
Now, you guys are all defensemen. You're all left shots, and you're all from Minnesota. So that begs the question, is there anything else in common between the three of you that we should know?
I don't think so.
Do you like to play the same video game?
Oh, yeah. Fortnite.
I don't play video games.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk all about video games tonight. Coach is not even around, so we can just go for days about that. Do you guys all keep an eye on the state playoffs? Coach is going up there to see your brother compete in that, Will. Do you guys keep an eye on that, being all from Minnesota? I'll ask each of you down the line. Matt, do you keep up to date with that?
Yeah, I kind of pay attention to where I played. So I played for Prior Lake, so I kind of watched what they were doing and stuff. So yeah.
Will, how about you?
Yeah, I do the same thing. Just kind of pay attention to my brother's team, see what they're doing.
And Kyle, how about you?
Yeah, for sure. In my hometown, Mankato West, where I went to school, and my brother plays on the team now. So following them in the section, so it's fun.
Now, we've had several guys up here. Many of them have been from Minnesota. Others have been kind of grouped together from Michigan. Had a few guys from the East Coast. Had some international guys. How much competition, bragging rights, back and forth is there in the locker room between states? I mean, you guys kind of rep that this is the state of hockey, Minnesota. Do you guys have to go back and forth and take any crap from Michigan, New Jersey, East Coast, any of those guys?
I mean, they can talk, but we don't really have to say anything.
Wow. Results speak for themselves?
Yeah.
Will, do you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah, coach has got our back, too.
Yeah,
Kenny, not Carlson. Kenny.
Okay, gotcha. All right, as we move on here, guys, we talk about Kyle. We mentioned you earlier this season. I think on the first show of the year, we had Mark McLaughlin up here. We were talking about that story of the big hit. Tell us it from your angle. He said, no hard feelings. It was all good, clean hit. What was that like when you all of a sudden became teammates?
Yeah, I think it was the second practice that I was here. Someone just kind of told me, I didn't really know Mark. I stayed with him the first night. Awesome kid, but I guess I didn't really know him that well yet. And someone told me that that's why he was hurt and that's why he was going to be out a couple more months or whatever it was. And he laughed about it right away. I felt bad. And I said sorry and whatever. And I didn't know what else to say. But then I did remember the hit, and it wasn't anything special, but I think he just landed on it wrong.
Sure. And guys, as teammates, did you give Mark any ribbing about that? Or was it all good?
We rip him sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's only right.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, this is Coach telling me this. Some of the guys call you the thinnest man in the USHL.
Yeah, I'm pretty weak, so they like to mess with me a little bit.
But, I mean, to your benefit, I have read a few articles and heard a few things and some good notes, but pretty fast, though, right? Fast on the ice?
Nah, kind of.
Yeah?
Maybe.
That's a claim to fame?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about nicknames, guys, since we're talking about Matt? Matt, do you have any official nicknames that the guys call you that you go by?
I go by Denny. Most
Denny?
of the time, yeah.
Will, how about you?
The guys call me Pug or Krill.
Now, where did those come from, since those aren't just playing off the name?
Well, they call my brother Pug, and I have 2 pugs at home. And then the Krill's from Happy Feet 2.
How did that come about? You have any idea? What was that connection?
There was just a Krill in the movie, and his name was Will, so
There you go.
watched it one night, just kind of stuck.
Natural connection. Kyle, how about you? Any nicknames?
They just call me Lufty.
It's pretty straight to the point. How about hobbies or commitments off the ice? Kyle, I'll start with you. Stuff that you like to do when you're not playing hockey, and stuff that maybe some commitments that you have off the ice.
Yeah, whenever I'm not playing hockey, normally I'm hunting, fishing, anything outdoorsy, and then hanging with friends or helping with the kids at the rink.
Will, how about you? Commitments off the ice?
I like to shoot hoops with my brothers, and then on occasions I go bow fishing, which is pretty fun.
And now, explain that to us?
You just have a bow and you shoot at carp.
There you go. Are you pretty good at it?
I'm all right. It takes a couple of warm-up shots, but
Is that an official, like Minnesota? Is that kind of like Minnesota's native sport? Other than hockey, of course.
no, I'm not sure.
Not sure? Okay, I won't go on the record with that one. Matt, how about you? Things that you like to do off the ice, commitments, hobbies?
I live on a lake, so I wakeboard, surf, kind of stuff like that. Just hang out on the lake.
Now, the Riders have 2 games coming up this weekend. They're both on the road at Tri-City on Friday and then Saturday over at Lincoln. Something pretty cool happening at the stable this Saturday. I think it's on the Riders Facebook page, too. Try Hockey for Free Day. This is something that's going around the nation. It's going to happen at the stable this Saturday. A chance for kids ages 4 to 9 to try youth hockey, come out for a day. So if any of you know young kids or have young kids who are interested, pretty good opportunity. You can get more info on the Riders Facebook page. Now, guys, that's a pretty good segue before we get into some of the more embarrassing questions based on some of this information I get from the housing families. How'd you guys all first get involved and fall in love with the sport of hockey? Matt, I'll start on your end.
I think so. When I was like 3, my buddy from like a childhood friend wanted to skate, and he kind of just dragged me along, and then I just fell in love with it ever since.
Now, Will, I already kind of asked you, but with the family connection, was that the main thing that kind of got you involved?
Yeah.
And then Kyle, how about you?
With Mankato, there's a college there, so I've been going to the games, or I went to the games since I was 6 months old. Just kind of fell in love with it there. I don't think I started skating until I was like 5, but I'd always be out in the driveway since I was 6 months old, probably too, just playing with hockey balls and hockey sticks. So
Now, guys, all being from Minnesota, and I'll go down the line, all from different towns in Minnesota. Matt, I'll start with you. Best place to eat in and around your hometown? Like, where's the automatic spot you got to go?
In Prior Lake, the Point, probably. Just in downtown Prior Lake.
What's the best thing to eat there? What's the go-to?
Pizza.
Any kind of pizza?
Yeah, any kind.
Any kind?
Yeah.
Will, how about you? Restaurant that you can't miss?
I'd have to go with Victoria's Italian restaurant.
And what do you get there when you go?
I usually get pasta, like cheese ravioli.
That sounds good. Kyle, how about you? You have a go-to?
Yeah, it's called Big Dog. It's in North Mankato. It's like a couple minutes from where I live. Normally get either wings or a barbecue chicken wrap.
That's pretty good. Matt, I heard that this isn't that embarrassing, actually. I just heard that you love board games. You have a passion for board games?
Yeah, I play board games with my family.
And I heard it doesn't matter. Like, it could be a long day. You could be tired at the end of the day. But if someone throws it out, you're in. Like, you're up for it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, any competitive thing I like, so.
Do you have a favorite board game, something you kind of gravitate to?
I think I don't know, I can't say the name. It's a hard name, but we play it all the time. I don't really know the name, though.
Have you guys played against each other? You guys, like, get down on board games in the locker room or anything?
We do this competition thing, but it's not really a board game.
Oh, you got to tell me more about that. What kind of competition?
Kind Kyle can explain it.
Kyle, you're the representative for this.
Yeah, I guess we shoot pucks every day before practice, and then it just turns into a bunch of competitions, like who can hit the wall. There's like a sign on the wall, or any sign, you pick a sign, who can hit it, and then it comes down to how many wins you have. Like we'll pick either you have 3 wins for the day or whatever it takes to, and then the loser pays for your smoothie at Nutrisport.
Oh, okay.
So it just happens every day.
Favorite smoothie at Nutrisport? I'll just ask down the line since you guys opened this one up. Kyle, I'll start with you.
Push pop.
Push pop.
Push pop.
Well, see, that's the thing you guys have in common. We found another thing you guys all have in common. How about favorite, maybe we'll get this one in line too, favorite NHL team and player? Matt, I'll start on your end.
I like the Wild and probably Erik Karlsson.
And Will, how about you?
I like the Calgary Flames, and I'll go with Duncan Keith.
And then Kyle?
I'll go with the Minnesota Wild, and then I'll have to go with Erik Karlsson again.
All right, so Will, you kind of broke from the Minnesota theme there, but that's okay. No worries. And now, every week, I search you guys in addition to the information I get in-house. I also pull a Google search, YouTube search every now and then. Sometimes interesting videos come up. Will, for you, it was just numerous videos of your dad getting in some pretty gnarly hockey fights. Did you ever watch these growing up? Do you go every now and then?
Yeah, I used to watch them, search them, and just kind of go down the line and watch them all.
Yeah, some pretty gnarly uppercuts there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good ones. Good videos on there. Guys, you don't have any stuff floating out on YouTube. I didn't find anything. Matt, anything you know of?
No.
Kyle, anything you know of?
No.
No. Now, Kyle, you used to play with the Dubuque Saints. We know there's a pretty heated rivalry between those two teams. When you come on the Riders, what's that like, especially when you go and play Dubuque again? You know those guys. What's the competition like?
Yeah, the first time it was definitely, first few times I should say it was weird. Knowing all the guys, you got pretty close to them over a month, and just grinding and whatever, but I guess you get used to it over time, so it's just a little more normal now.
And now, Will, I was told that you have a fully stocked candy store going on in your room. Is this true?
Yeah. My family would send me the care packages full of candy, and I would go and put them in my room and just snack on them.
What kind of varieties are we working with? Do we have a number of things, a multitude of different candies?
Yeah, I got Twixes, Butterfingers, got some popcorn balls.
Do you hoard them? Do you try to hide all this so no one else can get in there and steal any of this?
No, just sits in my room.
What's your favorite? Do you have one thing that's must that you have to have?
Twix bars are really good.
Now, Kyle, I was sent a screenshot of a tweet about a month or so ago into December. Obviously, we've had some pretty good snowstorms this year in Iowa, in and around Cedar Rapids. I heard about this shoveling story involving you and a teammate or two. You want to give us kind of the background on that, all spurned from a tweet?
Yeah, I don't remember whose billet it was, but they tweeted something about their billet kid helping them shovel. They got home and it was all shoveled, and I think Jubes was at our billet house, and so was Will over here, and we were playing Xbox. Well, kind of, I guess, if we're supposed to, but
good cover.
Yeah. And then I was actually going to shovel when we got home, and then I just kind of forgot about it while playing Xbox, and then Will and I went out there. He had this tiny shovel, and I had the bigger one, and just shoveled, I guess. And he came home, and we started shoveling the driveway, and Brian came home and said, "What are you doing? We have this huge tractor. It's a pretty big driveway. I get probably no one's seen it, but they have this huge tractor that they plow with." So.
Will, did you know about the tractor? And if not, when you found out, were you like, why did we just spend all this time shoveling this with shovels?
I had a small shovel, so I didn't do a whole lot. So.
Okay.
It's kind of tough to shovel.
Now, what gave you the incentive to actually get out there in the first place? I mean, that tweet was kind of a motivator, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah? Did you think, hey, this might get me in good with the housing family, maybe a little extra something at dinner, tree here or there or something?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the way to play it. Now, Kyle, have you guys shoveled for the rest of the winter at all, or now just let the tractor? Oh, you guys are out there?
Well, not the driveway. He gets it with the tractor, but we do the sidewalk and the deck and where the dog goes to the bathroom. So
you guys are on top of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, Matt, I heard that your go-to as far as food is concerned, peanut butter sandwiches and goldfish.
Yeah, I can eat a lot of the same stuff. So,
where did that love come from? Where did you first discover the magic of goldfish and peanut butter sandwiches?
It's pretty easy to make, so that's probably definitely the biggest plus about it. And I don't know, I just like both of them. So
You put the goldfish together in the peanut butter sandwich?
No.
Oh, when I first saw it, I was like, he must be getting creative. That's crazy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's just like, do you like those crackers that have the cheese, crackers, and then the peanut butter inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good. There you go. If the housing family wants to do grocery shopping, there you go. Matt, this is something for Matt. Will, how about your favorite housing family meal? Something that comes to mind.
I'd probably have to go with chicken parm.
Okay. With the kind of like the Italian food, going with that.
Yeah, they make really good pastas.
Kyle, how about you?
Yeah, spaghetti's. I mean, everything they make is good, but I'd have to go with the ribs we had one night, and then Peg makes some killer chili. So
that sounds good. Okay, and so since we are just off the heels of the big karaoke night, I'll ask you guys your favorite performance from last week. Kyle, I'll start with you.
I'd have to go with Josh Boleen singing, and just hilarious.
Which one did they do?
I don't know the song, but he tried to get high. Oh, it might have been Don't Stop Believing by
Oh,
Journey,
yeah.
so,
yeah. That was good. Will, how about you? Do you have a favorite highlight?
I thought our group was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, remind everyone how you pulled that off again. Which one?
Rockstar by Hannah Montana.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Matt, how about you? Do you have a favorite?
Just off what Pug said, we were definitely the worst. But Shushko, and I think they sang a Hannah Montana song. Nobody's Perfect, I think, and he was definitely the highlight.
Yeah, there was a lot of energy behind that one. I even remember that one. A lot of energy on that one.
He was for sure the best.
Yeah. How'd you guys feel about the big group one at the end? Did you guys all get up here for that one?
Yeah, it was cool.
Had you ever heard Coach attempt to sing before?
I was surprised. I didn't know until I got here that he sang. So.
Will, how about you? Were you a little surprised?
Yeah, I had no idea he sung either.
Kyle, you?
I was surprised that he had told us earlier in the year that if we went on a big win streak, he would sing. So I wasn't surprised that he sings.
Okay, so there you go. You got a little extra treat out of Coach. Now, Kyle, I heard that you have these. You have to tell us a little bit about these dart war fights. Mm-hmm. What are these all about? Tell us about those.
I don't know. Normally after dinner, they just kind of start up, and Brady and Carter will get into it a little bit, and I don't know. It just starts into a big dart war and gets pretty competitive.
I heard that you'll dodge in and out, doesn't matter. Fly behind couches, doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I think we all will. Like I said, it gets competitive. So
what kind of darts are we talking about? So people get like a visual, just soft tip?
Soft darts, and then there's this one gun that whoever gets that normally wins because it shoots balls and it shoots fast. So
I'll have to
get hit.
I have to admit, the first time I saw that in the email, I thought, because some people play steel darts, and I was like, wow, this is crazy what's going on at your guys' house night in and night out. But it's good to know, no steel tips on those.
No, I said we should get some paintball guns, but Peg and Brian didn't like that.
No on that one? No. Okay. Well, maybe just play the long game on that one. Just drop hints every now and then. How about, I also heard that, it doesn't end with the dart war fights, games throughout the house, sometimes soccer in the kitchen, games down in the basement. Tell us about how all this stuff came to be.
I don't know, just like I said, after dinner, we normally do stuff, so whether it's playing Fortnite or playing shinny or, like you said, soccer, we did soccer last night, so just competitive, it's fun, hang out with each other. So
now what's shinny?
Knee hockey. You're on your knees, small sticks. One of us is normally the goalie, and then it's 2-on-0.
Okay, so it's kind of like practice and hobby at the same time.
Yep, exactly.
Now, as far as community events or stuff that you guys like to do that you appreciate, the Rough Riders try to get out, help with a lot of things. Matt, I'll start on your end. Something that you've enjoyed doing with your time with the Rough Riders? Anything that you've been involved in?
We go. I've only done a couple since I've only been here a couple times, but I've been to the Feed the Veterans. Mm-hmm. So we just hang out with them for like 20, 30 minutes, and then we feed them meals. So yeah.
Will, how about you? Have a community event that you've really liked being involved in?
I kind of like the Meals on Wheels.
And then Kyle, how about you?
Along with them, I like the Meals on Wheels, but you just go around houses and meet different people and talk to them. So, but Jubes and I think a bunch of people go to schools, though. It's fun to make connections with the kids, so just help them out, hang out with them.
Now, this kind of turned into a food theme tonight. Kyle, I was supposed to ask you about shakes and nightly quesadillas. You want to fill us in on those?
Yeah. One of the boys always says it's different one every night. So when we making shakes and we put ice cream in the blender with some milk and butterscotch and chocolate. So those are super good. I should say a couple times a week, but it might be a little more.
Now, what's up with the nightly quesadillas? Where'd that come from?
Normally a late night snack. Make a couple quesadillas and put some hot sauce on them. So
that sounds pretty good.
It is.
Have you ever been in on these nightly quesadilla? No,
no, I haven't.
Haven't had the pleasure of these, Matt. No on your end.
Yeah, no.
So you guys have 2 road games coming up this weekend, and I think I try to ask players this every now and then, especially when we're coming up on road games. How do you guys spend your time on the bus or when you're traveling pretty long distances? Matt, I'll start on your end.
I got a portable DVD player, so I kind of watch movies on that. But yeah.
Will, how about you?
I'll probably just nap and then watch Netflix on my phone for most road trip.
And Kyle, what do you do on road trips?
I do the same exact thing. I normally bring my computer and nap, watch some Netflix, or just talk to the guys around me.
I haven't asked many players, maybe none at all this year yet, but sometimes hockey players are superstitious. They have pregame rituals. Any of you guys have any? Kyle, anything that you do before games that you have to do?
Honestly, it's different every time. I don't really have a superstition. If we have a home game, I'll go home, hang out in my room. If I'm tired enough, I'll take a nap. If not, then I don't, and then get something to eat and go to the rink.
Will, how about you? Anything that you have to do before games, rituals, anything like that?
Before every home game, I have some peanut butter toast.
Good call. Matt, how about you?
I usually have Jimmy John's for every game. So.
What's your go-to at Jimmy John's?
Number 11, no lettuce, no tomato.
Very, very specific. You said you like the food simple. Simple order. Now, since Coach isn't here, we can talk a little bit about 600 wins again. What was it like to be involved in that? Matt, I'll start on your end. Big accomplishment, not just for Coach, but for the team overall, too, all you guys, too.
Yeah, I was hurt, so I actually didn't play in the game, but it was a cool experience. That's crazy that he has 600 wins, so it's awesome just to be a part of it.
Will, how about you, just to be a part of it and be a member of that team?
Oh, yeah, it was obviously awesome on the ice and a huge accomplishment for Coach, and I was happy for him.
And then Kyle, how about you?
Yeah, it was definitely cool. Wish we would have got a little earlier in the weekend, but 600 is 600, and we are all happy for him. We know all the hard work he puts in, so it was cool.
Now, Kyle, I think I also heard that you kind of take it upon yourself that you drive someone home after games on a pretty regular basis. Is that right?
I've actually only done it once. It was last weekend, but yeah, Jordan, I took him home last weekend. I'm sure it will happen a lot more now that I've done it. So
yeah. Got a new fan.
Yeah, no, he's an awesome kid. We love having him around the locker room, around the rink, so very special to our team.
Now, guys, as far as this question got some pretty good reactions last time. Dream car. Matt, I'll start on your end. If you could drive anything right now.
I don't really know any cars, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't know.
Will, how about you? Anything on your mind?
I would say like a Corvette, probably.
Good call. Kyle, you have a car, favorite vehicle?
I'll go with the Lamborghini. Something
pretty good.
Fast.
Good call, yeah. As far as future plans in hockey, what you guys want to accomplish, want to get done as you look toward the future, Matt, what are your main goals in the game?
Just to play as long as I can and just have fun with it.
Will, how about you?
I would say probably the same thing, as play as long as I can.
Now, especially being from a hockey family, brothers play, dad played professionally. Is there a lot of support from the family when you play hockey along the way? A lot of people come out and watch you and kind of stay in touch with your brothers and also your dad, too?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I text them a lot usually, and they try and come down as much as they can, but with my little brother's season, they can't really come down as much.
And then, Kyle, how about your goals in the game or just looking overall?
Yeah, like those two, definitely play as long as I can, and then just cherish the moments off the ice and the relationships you build, and on the ice, the lessons you learn, and off the ice too. So just cherish every moment.
Now, was there a song that you wanted to do last week that you missed out on, like something that you had in the works that you just like, nah, the time ran out, couldn't get it done? Matt, anything?
No, but Kyle picked our song, and I didn't really agree with it. Wasn't a great pick.
What would have been your call?
More known. Nobody's perfect. They stole it from us. I wanted that one, but.
Oh, there's some wrangling for songs like in and among the team.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm sorry, there's some dissension here about the song choice. I didn't know this coming in.
Yeah, that song that they sang was kind of lame, honestly. But
yeah.
I know Matt had something. He's not telling the truth.
No, everyone in our group didn't want it. Kyle just sent it in. So.
What was yours, Matt?
I don't know, Kyle. What was it?
I don't remember, but we were back there, and he said that we should go up and sing it after. So
I don't remember.
Oh, it was Friday by Rebecca Black.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, who knows? You might have another opportunity. Will, is there anything you were like, man, I wish we would have sung that? Missed out.
Not that I can think so. I would have said sang a slower song, not as fast.
Yeah. And then, guys, you got to take advantage since Coach isn't here. Probably the only week he's not going to be here. Anything you want to say about Coach? He's not here. Just get away with it.
I'll pass.
You pass on that one, Matt. You going to be brave and say anything? It can be something good too. Like, it doesn't need to be. We don't need to.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah. Kyle, anything you want to say about Coach?
Good guy, hard on us, but it's good. It's for the good. So
there you go. And then, guys, I always have to ask. We had the questions from the housing families. I dug some stuff up. Anything I missed? Any topics I definitely had to cover with you guys that you can think of?
I don't think so.
Got it. We got the shoveling. We got snacks. We got hockey backgrounds. The whole nine. We did it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank you for coming on this week. 3 guys up on stage, all from Minnesota. I want to thank you for being up here with the Lowdown on Ridertown.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Round of applause for these guys coming up, making for the time for us. I want to remind everybody that the audio from this will be up by this weekend, so we'll post it at KHAK at the YouTube page first, and then the Rough Riders usually circulate it around as well. You'll have a chance to sign up if you haven't already for the autographed jersey in the back. And then next week, we're back here once again, 5:30 to 6 at the Union Station. Great food and drink specials for another Lowdown on Ridertown. We'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.